Hey guys. So today we are going to be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies to get the theme of today's collective ready. And then we're going to be using the Shadowscapes Tarot. It's a very, it's meant to be like a fairyland type. So it fits perfectly with the Venusian vibe of a Friday. And then we're bringing back the tea leaf cards. So let's see what comes up for today. Let's see. By the way, guys, please stay safe with those scammers out there. I keep seeing profiles popping up with my supposed name and pictures, and it is not me. Click on their profiles, please. You will notice they don't have my videos on there. They don't have any of my links on there. Verify. Please verify who you're talking to, because I will not be the person. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I will not be the person messaging you for a reading. Please understand that. If they are messaging you, it is not me. That already is simple enough. Okay. Please understand that. What else? Thank you to everyone who's been getting the monthly membership to watch all the part 2s. Thank you to everyone who's been commenting, reacting, sharing. You guys are the best. I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. Okay, let's get to it. Let's see. Today's collective. What is the theme? What is the theme for today's collective? Ooh. Let's bring this back. Ooh, Beyond the Ordinary. Oh, this is one of my favorite cards. Okay, I love this deck. I use it a lot. In case you can't tell. All right. Let's see. Number 45. It says, key concepts, the mystical, ineffable part of life, trusting in the invisible world without understanding it, recognizing that some things cannot be known in advance and are not meant to be grasped intellectually, the awareness that everything is as it should be, even if it doesn't make sense. And the overall message is, beyond our ordinary worlds, defined by our memory, our intellect, and our 5 senses, is a mystical realm of beauty, magic, and extraordinary potential. This is the spiritual realm, the quantum reality, called by some the great mystery. This place doesn't operate under the same laws we're used to, but rather has its own way of working that is perfect, even though hard for us to understand. When you want to know what is to come, the nature of something, or where you're heading, it's natural to turn to a trusted oracle and expect some kind of answer that will inform your view of how things are, might be, or should be. Sometimes this is not possible because the elements cannot be named or are not yet in place. Things may still be in flux, so you cannot know and may never be meant to know. No matter how hard you try to understand why something happened or how or when it will happen, now is the time to surrender to not knowing. The mystery is a mystery because it is at present unknowable and as yet unmade. Even its potential is impossible to understand. What is waiting for you lies beyond the ordinary, but it has not yet chosen its shape, its path, and the manner by which it will be delivered. Your job is to stay the course, allowing whatever comes to be exactly as it will without trying to ascertain anything in advance. Okay. So, this tells me, sorry, I'm like feeling allergies today. Okay. This tells me that a lot of you out there, because y'all resonate with these readings, are trying to get an answer from divinity. You're trying to know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, who it's going to happen with, why it's going to happen. And this is saying, first of all, chill the fuck out, because sometimes you're not going to get an answer because you're not supposed to know. Okay. We're going to put that in our little noggins because I am also, I've done that before. And I know I have a way of knowing, like when I'm doing readings for myself. And before you start with, you shouldn't do reading for yourself, that's bullshit. I do readings on myself all the fucking time and they are accurate. But I know when spirit is trying to say, no, little girl, you're not supposed to know. Because I'll be getting cards like the moon, the high priestess, the world or the Wheel of Fortune. They're all like, this is our area. Stay out of it. Stop trying to get an answer. And then I'm like, okay, I just pull back, because if I keep going, I know I'm just going to get frustrated because they will not give me the answer, because it's like, no, you're not supposed to know. And apparently we've got a situation like that right now. So let's get started. Let's see what it is that we're not supposed to know about. Who's asking and why? First set. A King of Wands. Okay. Let's see. So I don't know if someone's asking about him or he's the one asking. First set. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. The Sun and the Hierophant. Ooh. Overall energy, the 3 of Wands. Okay. So this story could go either way. It's either the King of Wands, who is single, because he's showing up with the 9 of Pentacles, and with the Sun, he may be looking for his forever person. He wants commitment. So he's sitting here like waiting. I'm waiting. I'm like, there's an impatience here. Now. Where's it at? Where's it at? We have 4 wands. So this King of Wands could be waiting for his person, the one that he knows he's meant to love and be with and build a home with. So he could be the one asking. Or if we flip it around, this could be a feminine who knows that the King of Wands is now single. Maybe they heard through the grapevine, or they are looking at somebody that they see as a King of Wands and they know he's single. And they're like, oh, I know we'd make a great match. I know we'd be so happy together. Why isn't this person coming to me? And they're sitting here waiting. Because they want commitment. So whichever side of the fence you're on, Spirit's saying, take a fucking seat, my dear. Take a seat. You're not meant to know. Let's see why, because it'll give us a why. At least, maybe. We'll see. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell us today. Clarify the King of Wands, please. Let's do one more. One more for the King of Wands. Oh, okay. So overall energy, we've got Horseshoe. Ooh, good luck. Okay. I like it. This one came out first. I lost track after a while. Oh well. So we've got Bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. Wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Stork. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. And Wishbone. A wish is granted. So whoever this King of Wands is, he's got some good shit going on right now. We've got good luck and a wish is granted. Like he found a solution to something, because we've also got Bridge here. He has overcome a problem. Could be in business or could be concerning a child. There was some obstacle here with Wedge. Someone was trying to come between this king and something he wanted, and he has overcome that. He has successfully bridged a problem with a solution. Like someone was trying to separate him from something, and he nope, brought it back together. Almost like, okay, this is the mental image I'm getting. Imagine a landmass that's being separated because a river's flowing through it, right? It's creating a separation. Well, this one's like, well, I'm going to build a bridge then. Like the separation may still be there, but I'm going to make it happen. So he's got the universe on his side. So of course he's showing up as a King of Wands, very confident, very fiery. He feels on top of the world right now because things are happening for him, not to him. He's taking control of his destiny and he's making things happen. Let's look at the 9 of Pentacles. Clarify 9 of Pentacles. Oh, hold on. My nose is going to be itchy today. Clarify Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. One more, please. There we go. All right. So we've got Bat. Take care. Enemies are working against you. Okay. So we've got Seahorse, Family Matters. Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. Axe, forces working against you. And Fly, a period of ill health and depression. That does not bode well at all. Because I feel like this was the issue. This was what this masculine was trying to overcome. We've got two cards with the axe and the bat of people working against him. Then Wedge, someone trying to come between him and something he wants. And it has to do with family because the seahorse is there. Now, family can be, family can be either actual blood family. Let me drink some Zartek real quick because this is getting on my nerves. So it can be actual blood family, or it can be people that this person trusted like family. Could be like, really close and intimate friends. It could be whatever it is. Sorry, that was the water bottle. Whatever it is, this person saw it like an actual threat. Bat and axe twice, and the wedge. Now, this person may have been going through a period of depression, or possibly just feeling down, feeling like, wow, luck is not on my side. Hold on. Things are not playing out in my favor. But I think at some point, his inner fire came back. Because the King of Wands is not someone that stays down long, right? Even if people he loves are against him, even if people he trusted are turning on him, he's still a motherfucking tiger. Usually when people turn on you like that, it's because they can't match you. They are jealous. They might have been jealous of what the tiger has, what the tiger owns, because they are showing up with the Nine of Pentacles. The King of Wands is somebody who is financially independent. They don't have to answer to anybody. They are their own person. And to some people who do not live life that way, that is something to be envious about. So if they can cause trouble for that person, they will, unfortunately. So with the sun here, I feel like a lot of clarity was brought to this king. As in, okay, so this is sad, right, for him. But at the same time, it's necessary. Because the universe is trying to show this king who he needs to leave behind. With the bat, it gives two different things. One, it's giving the energy of somebody who was flying blind. This king wasn't aware of the people near him that wished him harm. It's not that he's stupid, because the King of Wands is not stupid by any means. But he trusted these people. So he never would have imagined that they were a threat. 2, in the Animal Oracle deck, which I have, the bat represents leaving things behind, leaving things in the past. So these things were shown to this king so that 1, he knew who to protect himself from, and 2, he knew who wasn't allowed to continue on this journey with him. Which is unfortunate, but that's how life goes. Clarify the sun. Clarify the sun. Okay. Overall energy, the camel Persevere and you will overcome problems. You know what? I haven't even finished this reading and I'm already getting the energy of this king dealing with all this bullshit. And then some woman or somebody who wants to partner with this king over here being like, hello, why aren't you asking me out yet? Hello. Well, he's dealing with a lot, okay? Whoever it is that might be waiting on this king, chill out. Because, yeah, this person's dealing with a lot. Think of the camel. Again, the camel in the animal oracle, because I always make different connections, right? It talks about how the camel has to self-soothe. When the camel's out in the desert in intense heat, along with their fur, which just amplifies the heat, that's why they have to have water reserves. They have to internally soothe the heat within them. So it doesn't mean that this King of Wands isn't feeling anger, isn't feeling rage at what's happening, isn't feeling a sense of unfairness and injustice. It's just that they have no one to rely on right now. They've got a lot to deal with, and they're realizing the people that were near them are not someone that should be trusted. So they're having to process all of this and soothe themselves with, okay, I can overcome this. I will overcome this. So whoever it is that's waiting on this person, just take a breather. Take a breather. Go get a new hobby started or something. So we've got basket, recognition, reward for merit. Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. And rat, someone working against you behind your back. Again, guys, this is fucked up. Already we've had 4 cards show up of this person's close people being the one working against them. It's tragic, but it's like, I don't want to hear the whole response of, well, it would be better if I would be by his side. No. The universe knows what it's doing. It could have been, think about this. Have you thought about this? If you were by this person's side and then all of this was revealed, it could be that all of these people would have pinned it on you. And this person would have seen you as the cause for their whole life falling apart. The universe knows what it's doing. If you two are separated and you may be waiting for this king, but they're dealing with all this bullshit, focus on something else for now. Let this person process this because this was necessary. Again, beyond the ordinary, the universe knows what it's doing. We may not understand. It always does. And with time, you'll understand, but right now you may not. So with the sun, we usually interpret this as a very happy card because it's it's the sun, it's cheerful, it's bright, it's warm. And I think that there was things that came through that gave this king recognition, gave this king a spotlight in some way. But they deserved it. It's reward for merit. They weren't just born with it, they earned it. Now, this person, the fact that this is showing up, usually I really like this card because it's like, let's be realistic. There's something here that needs to be addressed. I don't think that that's what it means here. I mean, it does and it doesn't. Okay, so on one hand, it could be that this king is realizing he needs to take accountability for the people he's kept around him. So on that level, yes. But on the other level, I think that someone near this person doesn't really celebrate this person's wins. They always take it like, okay, but you could have done better. Okay, but you could have done better. Instead of being a support, instead of being, the oasis in the middle of a fucking desert, they are part of the heat. They are part of the oppressive heat that comes through the sun. So they use the whole criticism as a way to kind of tear this person down. So let me give you an example. Let's say this King of Wands, because King of Wands is usually very attractive. Let's say this King of Wands got a contract to, be a model and he got a shoot done. a whole photo shoot. And so he does the shoot. Everybody's so like, wow, these look great. Their partner or whoever this person is, could be a friend, could be a family member. This person's over here like, oh my God, I could see where a pimple was starting to form here and they didn't clear it. Oh my God, one of your eyes is bigger than the other. Like they're looking for flaws, like saying, you have too many people kissing your ass. I need to bring you back down to earth. And that's not okay. People who express themselves like that always give me the ick. Because if someone deserves recognition for something, just give them the fucking recognition. You are assuming that this person is letting it go to their head. That's projection. That means you are that way. So whoever this person is, when they get, recognition, they let it go to their head. They get their ego all swollen. So they're assuming that this person will have their ego all swollen, but they don't look like that person. They come across very grounded. Yes, they're independent, they're happy, but that doesn't mean that they're egotistical. Just because they might get a lot of attention does not equate egotistical. And the more that this person does this, the more that this king is in the energy of like, you know what? I could really use somebody that is loving, somebody that is supportive. It's like all of a sudden they realized that they're in the desert, that they don't have an oasis around them. So it could be, if you're the feminine waiting on this masculine, that the universe allowed this separation because maybe this person was taking you for granted. Maybe they needed this time away for them to realize that they're in the middle of a desert and you are the oasis. Let's look at the Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. Oh, my nose itches, sorry. It'll stop in a minute because I drank the Zyrtec. Okay. Inkpot, problems to be resolved. All right. So we've got Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. Change is coming. Horse, short journey. Fair woman, dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. And Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. So, Caterpillar. That's always connected to transformation, right? Because caterpillars eventually turn into butterflies. But they're not a butterfly yet. So, the universe has caused a separation between the King of Wands and someone else because there needed to be a change. Something needed to shift. And initially, I don't think this king was ready for that. They weren't even aware of that. Now, the shift has begun. It's not done yet, though. If you notice, the caterpillar, even in this stage, they're not in their little chrysalis yet. They're barely feeding so that they can even get into the chrysalis. So the change is already begun. No. Let's backtrack. The change is in its very beginning phases. They're on a journey. I know it says short, but it may not be short. This could take a year. Let's be real. I just want y'all to have realistic time standards. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to get a hobby. Y'all need to stop. You know that saying of watch water doesn't boil. If you sit there watching a pot, it will not boil. As soon as you turn around and focus on something else, it's boiling. Stop looking at it. Let it go. This person may have chosen another woman. It doesn't have to be someone blonde, though it could be, or someone with gray or white hair. It could be just somebody who is really pale. That's how I interpret fair. Or light-skinned. With Ram, this woman is not the equivalent of whatever feminine they left behind. Because I feel like now with the barrel, they're feeling the lack of whatever feminine was left behind, or whatever partner was left behind. They're dealing with someone who's stubborn, who's aggressive, who's critical. They put them in not a great headspace. In fact, it makes them feel like this person is just tearing them down. They're not here to build them up. They're here to take them down a few notches. But Inkpot is here because this is something that it's like if you think of ink being spilled, right? It's messy. This is something that this masculine needs to resolve. They can't ignore this now. Where before they might have acted like, well, it'll be all right. Maybe they tried to keep the other partner as a friend, and that way they could have this person and the other person. Maybe what they like is the physical appearance of this fair woman. I think the universe is putting them in a place where they're like, are you sure? You sure that this is worth it? You sure you want to keep doing this? Because it's feeling like, feeling really hot out here, and you ain't got a drop of nourishment. So for those of you who are watching on Facebook, I am going to possibly stop the recording here because otherwise it won't upload, and I want you guys to have something to watch. Facebook is just annoying. And for those of you who can subscribe to YouTube, I'm going to put the first full part on YouTube, okay? So let's keep going for those of you who can. All right, next set. Next set. The Hanged Man. Well, let's put it down here so you guys can see. Four of Swords. See, before this person was indecisive. They didn't know what to pick. They had their priorities maybe not very aligned. Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, wow. And the Six of Wands with the Moon. All right. So, I told you, remember when I said at the beginning, when the moon shows up, it means we're not meant to know? I think that although this may sound harsh to some of you, y'all may not like this. I think that this masculine was not meant to know. They weren't meant to. Let me put it to you this. Okay, let me give you an example so you understand what I'm saying. Let's say they had two divine feminines or two feminines, right? Look-wise, they're pretty similar, or maybe this fair woman was slightly better looking. But initially, they both gave off a very similar energy. That made it very difficult for this king, and it put them in the hangman position. Now, if at the time they would have chosen the other feminine, things would most likely not have gone well because they didn't have the lack of her yet. They didn't know what life would be without her yet. Being with this one, they knew what it would be like to be without the other one. It had to go that way. I know y'all may not like it, but this masculine also had to heal certain aspects of themselves. They had to address maybe this fair woman reflected back to them things that, they had to heal through. And they're acknowledging that and they're working on it because they want success. They want stability. And right now they feel like they're missing something. They're at the 9, which means that they're still missing 1 pentacle to be able to have that stability. Clarify the hangman. Clarify the hangman. Ooh. Clarify the hangman. Interesting. So we've got needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. All right. So now we've got a butterfly. But it took time. With the hangman, this king had to be suspended in a little chrysalis first, so that his caterpillar ass could be turned into a butterfly. Tulip, great passion. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Kind of like the moon. And broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. So like I said, it wasn't the right time. When they met this other feminine, they probably were not ready. They were still a caterpillar. It had to be a moment of separation, time of not being together, and time of them being around this other person for them to form this great passion for. Now, hold on. I'm getting 2 different messages with the great passion. On one hand, I feel like they had a great passion for this fair woman, which is part of what created this muddled, unclear thinking and led to them leaving behind whichever feminine resonates with this. But now that they're a butterfly, great passion has shifted. It's shifted onto this other feminine. Where they used to not think clearly, now that has clarified. Because the hangman is illumination coming through. And we got the sun. I can see clearly now the rain has come. Yep. And now they're parting ways. Either they're already parting ways, or this is like some sort of, they used to hold this connection with the fair woman as something sacred, something unbreakable. Well, guess what? It broke it. It's unfortunate because they didn't want it to break, but universe revealed who people really are. Clarify 4 of Swords. And it caused pain, but it also caused healing, because it's better to know. It's better to be aware than to live in delusion or blindness. All right. So we've got dark woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. So, first we got peacock. Beware of great pride. Horseshoe. Good luck. younger woman. Dealings or relationships with a younger woman. Broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. And dolphin. Financial gain. Usually coming from something you did in the past. So I think that this King of Wands, because yes, the King of Wands can be very prideful, right? They are fire. That could be Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be. Could just be representing that energy right now. I think that they came into some money. Everything was on the up and up. They were connected with this beautiful person. They got some money. They felt like the world was theirs. The world was their oyster. And unfortunately, they may have done or said something to someone else who is darker. Now, again, fair doesn't mean blonde. Not necessarily. They could just be fair of skin. Dark woman doesn't have to mean dark skin. It could just mean that she has dark hair or a dark complexion. Maybe an olive toned complexion. Either way, they showed great pride here. They felt like they were lucky to have this younger woman. Now, younger doesn't mean age, could mean energy. This person may have come across very girlish, whereas this one was more mature, and they preferred the girlish energy. But that didn't work out well. At the time, it didn't work out well for the dark woman. And now they're realizing they may have made the wrong choice. And they made it, in a moment of not thinking clearly. But it needed to happen this way. Clarify 10 of Pentacles. They would have never known otherwise. Ooh, no, it fell. Got it. Okay. So we've got firecracker, excitement. Okay. No. Vice versa. Okay. So we've got torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Clouds. This is another card that comes out when you can't see things clearly, especially in Lenormand too. The moon, clouds, or in Lenormand, yeah, same thing. Temporary problems. Club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. And Cane. Pay attention to your health. So, like I said, they were in a moment of excitement. It was either they were focused on sexual passion or they were focused on the excitement of life, but they were in a moment of excitement when they made this choice. And the universe is like, no, go have fun, enjoy yourself. Kind of like the way, I don't know if you ever had this lesson played out on you, but when I was younger, I had an aunt who said we enjoyed eating a certain type of candy. So what she did, because I think she got tired of us always whining about that candy, she went and bought several boxes of that candy bar. I don't even remember this, but there's like proof of it. She had us sit down and she gave us these candy bars to eat over and over. No, she was like, no, enjoy yourself. At first we were delighted eating the candy. After like the second or third one, like, okay, it's kind of icky. I'm feeling sick to my stomach. She's like, no, keep eating. And she kind of forced us to keep eating. A little unfair, not kind, because we were little. But overall, that's kind of what happened here. Like this person chose something unhealthy, chose something not good for them. And they were cut off from what was healthy because they were meant to know the difference. How sick this would make them. How this is somebody who is maybe manipulative or tries to bully them. And they couldn't see that before. And now, maybe before they weren't very big on boundaries. They weren't very big on taking care of themselves. Now with Cain, now they care. Now they care about how it affects them. They're realizing this doesn't feel good. I don't like this. And now there's another meaning to the firecracker, because before they were all excitement. Now it's like explosive. I feel like there's a lot of fights, but this person is defending themselves now. Clarify Six of Wands. Clarify Six of Wands. All right. Overall energy, mountain, major challenge to overcome. So, I still feel like it's not time. I feel like there's still things that this masculine needs to take care of. And whoever the feminine is, I feel like she's waiting. Success. They will succeed, though. Six of Wands is confirmation of it as well. But here she is, waiting. Little bird perched. Waiting for news. Waiting for a message. But this, I think the reason that this came out is because this is kind of dishonoring herself. This is like somebody who is... They were the ones tossed aside. They were the ones rejected. And yet they're the ones saying, I'll be here whenever you're ready for me. That's not, no, let's not do that. Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Yeah, they're waiting for some compliments, some sign that this person cares. And yet there's still a wall. The universe is like, no. Getting a little water bottle to spray. Stop it. Go live your life. Because we don't know, just because this King of Wands is aware of it now, doesn't mean that change is going to happen like this, because I don't think it will. I think that there's still things that this king needs to settle where he's at. So if you are the feminine, you're waiting on this person, go live your life. Go get a hobby. Go create friendships. I don't know, because if you're waiting, you must not have a lot to do. Create things to do, okay? Start writing a book, start reading a book, start a book club. I don't know, something. So I'm going to stop part 1 here. If you guys enjoyed that, please make sure to comment, react, share. And thank you to everyone who's been supporting me. I love all of you, and I will see you on part 2. If you want to subscribe, the link for that will be down below in the description box or below the title. Okay, bye-bye, guys.